He loves you.
Oh, how cute. We're live, Dave.
That's just for you, Toni-Ann. Oh. Hey.
Okay, so if people are listening to the podcast, they have no idea what you're doing if they're listening to the audio. This is episode 148 of the Disney Crush podcast. I'm Toni-Ann along with Dave. Today we're going to discuss relaxation stations, not just the ones that Disney has set up, but ones that we recommend. Because if you're going to Disney right now with masks on in the heat, it gets pretty miserable after a while. So we're going to talk about places where you can maybe soak up some AC or maybe get a little snack, sit down, take a load off, and that's our show. How you doing this week, Dave?
Doing just fine. Counting the days. I got how many days left?
Well,
One, two, three days to go.
Yeah, before we came on, Dave was telling me you're a little nervous about going back to Disney for the first time since I think the end of February was the last time you were there.
Yeah, I kind of am. It just kind of hit me today, but I have a little anxiety, a little agita, if you will.
You'll be all right. Yeah, yes, that's definitely a word. You've been married to Italian for a long time, so you picked up some of our words.
I'm actually getting a little nervous, and this little creeper's been walking around and he just won't leave me alone. He's like, are we going somewhere? Or, he keeps getting in the backpack and coming out, getting in the backpack, going out. I'm like, dude, just get out of the backpack.
Oh my God.
Yeah, whatever. It's just.
He's excited to get in the backpack.
Yeah. So he'll be there too. So
we'll
do some live feeds.
All right.
Hopefully, and we'll check it out. So yeah, I'm kind of excited.
All right. Where are you guys? You're staying at Baymont? I think Veronica was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, nothing but the best. Toni-Ann, only the upper scale lives in state.
The Baymont.
The Baymont. Yes, the Baymont. Yes.
All right. Well,
I make sure the lights are dark when we go in.
Okay.
So we can't see anything. And we leave.
And you flick the lights on and do the roaches run around or no? No, you haven't had that, right? No.
No, it's actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah. No, if it was like that, you wouldn't go back.
No, I wouldn't go back. But I do go in.
You're very picky.
Yes, but even before COVID, I would go in and do the
sanitize.
The whole clean. Yeah, I sanitize literally everything.
Right.
Light switches, doorknobs, toilets.
I saw something. I know maybe I should save it for Facebook, but I didn't do a whole thing about it. But a woman said that she wants to bring like Clorox wipes for the rides. And I was thinking, will Disney let you do that? Because you could be wiping anything. You could be wiping bleach, and then the next person could sit down and ruin their clothes if you're wiping. I think let Disney do their job. They're sanitizing. They're doing a good job. I don't think that other people should be bringing stuff from home because the person after you might be sensitive to that product. So,
yeah, but I don't blame them. I mean, I kind of, I might have a pack in my backpack just in case.
Well, that's okay if you're going to sit down at a quick service table or something. I get that, just to be sure. But the rides, there is sanitizer right before you get on and right when you get off. So just sanitize. Hi guys. Dan is saying hi. Scott is saying hi. Facebook user saying hi. Yeah. So Scott is reassuring you that Wyndham is doing a good job of sanitizing. So the Baymont's owned by Wyndham. So
yeah, no, they're pretty good. It's okay.
So, was there any other things we need to take care of before we get into the show?
I just want to say that we haven't had any new Patreons this week, or what's the
people in our Facebook group. We had a new person in our Facebook group. Oh. You. Dave Youngward. I let some guy named Dave Youngward back into the group this week, into the Friends of the Disney Crush Facebook group. I don't know how you got kicked out.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to go on Facebook on our group and I couldn't get in. I'm like, why can't I get in? And then I started thinking, did Toni-Ann kick me out of my group and she
Maybe you
decided to go with
mentioned
somebody
Tim
else?
Tracker. Maybe you mentioned Tim Tracker one too many times.
I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get in. So I said, well, let me just try and join the group. So I joined the group. Toni-Ann's like, why are you joining your own group? What are you doing? Because I got kicked out somehow. Yeah, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing.
I let you back in this time. If you do it again, I might not. Carlo, our brother-in-law Carlo joined too. Did you know that?
Well, okay. Carlo was down here this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Candy, his girlfriend, came down in the RV and stayed at our place, and we went to siesta and had a good time. And we got to talking, and he was wanting to know about podcasts, and I'm like, well, what do you mean podcast? He goes, well, there's some podcasts I want to listen to, and he's like, what do you do? What do you listen to podcasts? I'm like, you don't have a podcast catcher app? He's like, no. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, I turned them on. I use Podcast Addict, so I turned them onto that. And he said, oh, good, because there's some podcasts I want to listen to. And I was like, I said, your sister-in-law and me do a podcast. He goes, oh, yeah. I said, you want to join the group? He's like, oh, I could do that. So I didn't force him to, but he's like, I don't mind. So I did it for him. And not that he hasn't listened to us at all. But
he doesn't go to Disney, but he needs to. I would love to do a grown-up trip with me and you and Carl, the three couples. I don't think Marcelo would go, but
no. Yes, Tom, I got banned from my own group. Tom said you got banned from your own group. I did.
Absolutely.
I must have mentioned.
I just have some little bit of news. Today, apparently at Disney Springs and Hollywood Studios, these Onward popcorn buckets showed up. They're selling them at the studios and at Disney Springs. I was saying to one of my friends today that I'm wondering if these popcorn buckets were supposed to come out earlier in the year when the movie came out, and then everything, the whole world went away. So I'm wondering, because the movie didn't actually do that well in the movie theaters, but the popcorn bucket's cute.
That is different.
Yeah. Mike's here. Mike went to the dentist today. What's on your shirt? He followed the rules. He wore a shirt, but he wore a dirty shirt. But that's okay.
You were like your whole head is disappearing. Your whole ears are like.
I know. I don't know what the deal. These ears. I don't know. I don't know.
No, that's not good either. No. Oh no.
I'm bald. All right. No. What? Why is my okay? We're gonna have to. This is gonna make for great audio podcasting. I have to change the green screen.
I think you were better with the ears.
Oh man.
I don't know. Oh, Dave, I'm in your beach house. I'm at the beach house. Now the ears. I don't know what's going on. It must be the lighting. See when I get closer. But you don't want my face that close to the screen. So I'll put the ears back on.
Yeah, this is going out as a podcast, so you got.
I can't hear you right now, so you can.
I guess
you can talk to the people. Talk to the people, Dave.
Scott says, "Hey, Mike." That is where
Mike already ran away.
Amber, I want to know the name of your dog. What's the name of your dog? Facebook user, we don't know who you are, but he's saying hi. He or she is saying hi, Mike. And Dan's just laughing. Oh, you look better now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lighter background.
There you go. Now you're back. You're back. So Mike, that was Michael's minute, I guess. That was it. He
was at the dentist. He was highly sedated today, so I don't think he's in the mood for socialization.
Speaking of Mike, if I may have 1 minute before we get started on this show here.
Yeah.
Mike's always getting treats, always getting stuff from everybody. The kid is a star. That's cool. I get it. I don't want anything. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. But something did show up in the mail today.
You got mail. I know where those must have come from. Nice.
Oh, it keeps coming.
Really? Wow. Oh, those are good ones. I like those ones. The coffee cakes.
Yeah, that looks like if I'm gonna, because me, I don't really like. Sorry, but my kids love it. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob.
Yes.
But the kids have already been into one of them already. But thank you. It's been great. So I'm gonna do this. I don't know that if you're listening to the audio, you're not gonna be able to see this, but you might be able to hear it.
The wrapper.
I'm gonna eat one for Rob right now. Opening one up right now, and I'm gonna take a bite of it just for Rob. I would normally probably not do this, but this is for you, Rob.
What? Because it's cake. Yeah, you look like you're suffering, Dave.
Okay. It's a little dry.
You need coffee. It's coffee cake. You need coffee.
I'm gonna wash it down with the gin and tonic.
Oh, okay. Gin and tonic makes everything better.
That's better.
Okay.
So thank you, Rob. That was an unexpected gift, but we appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's awesome. My kids love you.
Yes, and Michael's dental bill appreciates that those went to you and not Michael this time.
Finnegan.
Aw, Finny Bear.
Finnegan. Okay, Finny Bear.
Other news this week really was just that more restaurants are opening up. Teppan opened up in the Japan Pavilion at Epcot, I think today, and Ale & Compass opened up this week as well. Is she serious? She doesn't like cake either? Your daughter?
That's my daughter. Yeah, we're just alike. She doesn't like cake either. She can't stand it. She's like me.
Genetics. Mm-hmm.
That's what you get.
Yep.
Uli said she's never heard of tasty cake before until I made a Super Bowl bet and my cousin sent me some.
Yeah. Tasty cakes are based out of Pennsylvania. But they are making their way around the country, but they're a Pennsylvania treat. It's a regional thing. Yep. So I'm excited that Ale & Compass opened up. Ale & Compass is at the Yacht Club. I guess the NBA has vacated the Yacht Club now. They have opened up for some of the rooms for guests, and they've opened up the Ale & Compass and the quick service there, which is called the Ale & Compass Marketplace. The nice thing about Ale & Compass is now that there's no dining plan, the entrees for dinner run between $18 and $30 around. So it's not too expensive, and they have a lot of really good appetizers. So if you're the kind of person that makes a meal out of appetizers, Ale & Compass might be a good place to try, being that, there's no dining plan and people are kind of trying to eat a little more budget friendly. So.
Hey, Jesse, where's Colton at? Just Jesse wants to say hi. All right. That's my grandson. Hey, Jesse.
I think that's really all the real news I had this week. Was there anything that I missed? I don't think anything's going on.
Liberty Bell is no longer running.
It's down for refurbishment. Yeah.
I can't believe that. I can, really, when I get ready to go back, they close that down.
And the People Movers closed. So,
Yeah, I knew about that. But I'm a little disappointed because I enjoy the Liberty Bell.
Right.
And the People Mover.
Right.
And the train.
Yeah, that's kind of what our show's about, is about relaxation. Yeah. And the train was a good one. I used to always take the train. When I was getting ready to leave the park, I would hop on the train either in Frontierland or Fantasyland and take it around to the front so I could avoid Main Street. I could avoid going down Main Street with my kids asking me to buy them stuff, past the shops and the candy shop and all that. Yeah. So
People Movers down, the trains down,
and the Liberty Bell.
Now the Liberty Bell is going down for refurbishment, and that's very disappointing because those are the three things I really love at Magic Kingdom. So,
all right, I have
any more news, Toni-Ann?
No, I don't really think so. I have a little bit of Good, Bad, and the Ugly of Facebook. I'm gonna, yeah.
Are you ready for some Facebook?
Yeah, I know you want to keep.
Aww.
Where'd Dave go?
On this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of Facebook. Finnegan. Hey, Finny Bear. Finny Bear. Finny Bear.
God. You are so weird. Are you going to come back?
I wonder if her dog is going crazy right now. You wonder?
I don't know. So I forgot to mention this last week. This phenomenon is still happening. I was in Hollywood Studios the same day that this picture was taken. It was on Facebook, but I actually saw this person. They were in Galaxy's Edge. That's Galaxy's Edge merch. Because I saw them in Galaxy's Edge. This man. That was the day I was there. I don't know what. I just feel like Disney needs to do something about it. Disney's going to sell the merch anyway, but they're just letting people hoard it, and I don't know why Disney's allowing this to happen. So it just made me mad. It made me mad the day I was there, and then I saw it on Facebook that night when I got home.
Happy birthday, Tim Burton.
Oh, hi, Tim Burton. I want to talk about Be Our Guest. I did put a little star over this child's face because it's not my child, and I'm not putting her out on the interweb and YouTube. But this mother, she had posted on one of my Facebook groups that these meals, these character meals right now are the characters don't come to your table. Beast actually never came to your table, but you were able to stop and take a picture with him at the end of the meal in the past. The characters are no longer taking pictures with you. They're just circulating around the room. And they're charging $62 for adults, $37 for children. This is lunch and dinner for this meal. And she said he came around, and every time he'd come around, she'd have her daughter jump up and stop eating so she could try to maybe snap a good picture of her with Beast. And she said that's the best picture she got of Beast. People that are watching, that are listening onto the audio podcast, it's a picture of a little girl at Be Our Guest, and Beast is in the background of the picture, kind of blurry, whizzing by. And the mother said this is the best picture that she got with Beast. Amanda Bond says that's better than her picture with the Beast. I don't know. I just think for $62, they should try a little harder. Maybe there should be a better way. Go ahead.
They should have a cast member with a big plexiglass that comes in between you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know, but like, okay, so I don't know if you've seen any of the meet and greets at Epcot. My ears are going crazy again. If you've seen any of the meet and greets at Epcot where Winnie the Pooh is kind of behind a fence, and Joy from oh my God, what's the name of that movie? Inside Out. She's behind a fence, and you can stand on one side of the fence and she stands on the other side of the fence, and you can get a pretty decent picture with her. So why can't they do something like that where Beast is behind a barricade, but you can still stand in front of him and get a decent picture?
Yeah.
Hi.
Mike's back. Did you eat dinner? Mike, every time he comes in the room, my ears go crazy.
Could you ask him if he would go over to that piano and play a little ditty for us?
Blah, blah.
Where you going, Toni-Ann?
I don't know. I was trying to show Mike, but I don't know. It's like I think somebody's Scotty is beaming me up or something. I don't know what is.
I was thinking I might have had too much.
I'm wondering if I should make the green screen, but you're going to see my nasty green screen behind me if I make it all go away. But we can do that. I'll just make the green screen go away. So you'll see me in front of a green wall tonight, but it's better than the alternative right now. So
that actually looks pretty good. That doesn't look bad.
It's my green screen.
So does this mean? So
Michael's what's up? You feel better?
So
Michael had some dental work today, and they had to sedate him. He has to be sedated for dental work, and
That's true,
so-
Jeff.
what's up, Mike?
so that's not funny. That's not sure because it's his.
Dad said no. What? Because of your teeth?
That's not sure.
No sugar. No
Ah.
sugar. Dad said no sugar. What a mean dad, but he's right.
All right,
He's right.
next time I come see you guys, I'll bring you this. I'll bring some. I'll bring some this weekend. Is he Mike coming this weekend or no?
No, it's just me and my
Oh,
mom.
okay. Well, I'll bring some for your mom.
That's
Does your mom
the
like
other.
these?
Yeah, she'll have
Okay.
a treat.
I'll bring some.
That's the other thing that he's bitter about right now is that I'm going with Nana and not
Oh.
him.
Hmm. Okay.
But
Well,
I went with him and not Nana last week, so
and I didn't get to go. So
that's right.
yeah,
So
there you go.
I think I had one more. I had a Facebook. I wanted to tell a nice story about Jeff tomorrow. Did I tell you the story
no.
about the lady who saw Jeff tomorrow at
Oh.
Epcot? Did I tell the story last week?
Don't think so.
She saw him. She didn't see him at Epcot. She saw him at
Joshua.
Michael keeps talking.
Joshua. Oh.
She saw him at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And he asked her how she was enjoying her day, her and her husband.
Oh, yeah.
And
So teeth. Oh yes. Ew.
Michael, I know this is for audio, so I'm a little.
Ew. Ew.
Mike, can you go find Dad? Thanks.
That's okay because I'm gonna edit. I'll be editing this.
I know, but you won't be able to edit him out while I'm talking. That's how my story.
but
She
it's
saw
okay.
Josh. She saw Josh at Hollywood Studios. He asked her how she was enjoying her day. She said, "Great." He said, "Did you ride Rise of the Resistance yet?" And she said, "No, we couldn't get a boarding group." And he said, "Why don't you come ride with me?" And he took her. And unfortunately, the ride had broken down when that happened. But so she couldn't ride with him. But he did get her one of those fast pass return time, where she could go back at any time. So, yeah, that was but that would be really cool to ride with him. So. So Karen says if they can limit the amount of merchandise that annual pass holders buy, then they should be able to stop the eBay creeps. Yeah, I agree.
I like that name. I like that name. We're gonna use that. The
eBay creeps.
Yeah, I like that. Thanks. Thank you, Karen.
This is another picture of someone else's child, so I did block the kid's face out, sort of. This person was bragging on Facebook that this is the way she gets her daughter to keep her mask on, and that she can eat and walk at the same time. And those of you that are listening on the audio, it's a picture of a small child with a mask on with a bunch of fruit snacks or gummies inside the mask. And the little girl is kind of nibbling on the gummies with the mask on. The mom has pulled the mask back to show you that she has gummies in there. And the first person replied, "That is a tremendous choking hazard. And you can't even see your child's face if she starts to choke because she has a mask on." And right away, people jumped on the person who said it was a choking hazard and started called her a Karen and said, "Mind your own business." And I'm sorry, I'm a nurse. That is a huge choking hazard. Do not stick food inside your child's mouth for them to snack on. That's just awful. So don't do that. And don't call somebody a Karen because they're worried about a child's safety. And yeah. Some of our best friends are named Karen, right, Scott?
Yeah, exactly.
So
and Scott says, seriously, they limit the amount of hand sanitizer you can buy at Mouse Gear, but not Splash or Galaxy's Edge merch.
It's true. I don't get it. I don't get what the story is with that. I think that's all the Facebook I had.
Yeah, right. Dan says that's
yeah.
gross. Dan says that's gross, and the mask will be sticky all day.
Yeah,
it's nasty. Ew.
It's weird, and the fact that
time to take the mask off.
The fact that the people that told her that was a choking hazard got jumped on to mind their own business and raise your kids the way you want to raise your. The person was just looking out for the kids. So I don't know. And that's all the Facebook I got.
Okay. Well,
tonight's top. Go
this
ahead.
week's show, On this week's topic, look at her. You can't see her because this is audio.
It's a picture of me with a mask on in the hottest land in Disney World, Toy Story Land, with no shade. I was pretty miserable at that moment.
Yeah, but you look really good with those ears on. I mean, those are some remarkable ears there.
Yes, but the heat and the mask is not fun, and you have to find a place to relax, to get out of the heat, to sit down, maybe take your mask off depending on where the place is, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Actually, I had an article about the relaxation stations that Miss Mandy had sent me.
Scott says just strap a feed bag to that little girl and be like they do horses. Yeah, that's a good one, Scott. Scott.
Yeah.
That's good, Scott.
Nice to get out of the heat. You can share that with us.
That might be a new mask, Scott. You should start producing those. A little mask with a little bag there that you can put food and stuff in, and then that's it. That's a
YouTube
winner.
video.
So
I'm trying to find my article I had.
Magic Kingdom. Are we gonna go park by park, Toni-Ann?
Yeah, but I want to pull up I had an article with a list of all the relaxation stations.
Relaxation stations.
The relaxation stations are Disney official places where you can actually take your mask off around the parks. And the problem is, are some of these videos playing? The problem is that Hollywood Studios relaxation station, and Hollywood Studios is this hot park. It's in Galaxy's Edge, and it's really not very well shaded. So yeah, I'm not crazy about the one at Hollywood Studios. So you want to start with Magic Kingdom, where you would relax?
Amanda says we didn't use any single relaxation stations. It just wasn't that hot. Now, she just went. What is it? July.
She went in July.
Yeah, so it had to be hot.
Well, maybe just
what she's talking about.
I was freaking hot at Hollywood Studios. I'm just gonna put that out there. I was not happy.
Yeah, I work outside every day, and I think I can tolerate the heat a little bit better than most people.
Mm-hmm.
But no, when it's hot, it's just hot.
Yeah. She says it's hotter in Texas, and they're hardcore.
I think you're wrong, Miss Amanda Gregory Bond. I think it's hotter here in Florida.
I think it's more humid, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Texas, that whole area, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, the whole Gulf Coast is, it's pretty humid and hot like us too.
All right.
But
So the relaxation stations set by Disney, these are not our record. They are the Tomorrowland Terrace between Main Street and Tomorrowland, the Refreshment Outpost between Adventureland and Frontierland, and Pete's Silly Sideshow in Storybook Circus and Fantasyland. That's where you can stop. That's where Disney has said you can take off your mask, and they have seating spread out more than 6 feet apart from the other families. So you could take your mask off for a few minutes and sit down and catch your breath. So Dave, every place you sent me to relax is currently under refurbishment. So what are you going to do at Magic Kingdom without your train?
Well, the train's gone. The People Mover, I like to go there and relax a little bit.
Mike's back.
Alexa, can you hear me? Chicken McGriddle, and
he wants a chicken McGriddle. A chicken McGriddle.
That sounds good. Tell him bring me one too. I'll take one too, Mike.
Can I have chicken and
Tom says that's why I live in the Pacific Northwest, because it's not hot. Yeah, I love that weather over there.
Uncle Dave wants a chicken McGriddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every place I go in Magic Kingdom is closed down. The Liberty Bell's closing down. People Mover, the train. Those are the 3 places I used to go and relax. I don't necessarily need air conditioning.
Wait
As
a
long as I
minute.
have a little breeze, a little
Mhm.
shade, I'm good to go.
Well,
There is a little secret spot. I'm gonna
Okay.
divulge a secret spot in Magic
uh-oh.
Kingdom.
Uh-oh.
We go to Sleepy Hollow to get my daughter her Nutella fruit waffle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go right next to that, there is a guest service right there.
Right.
And
Mhm.
there's actually a table in there. And we've been there several times just to go in there and relax and chill out.
Cool. All right. Well, right down the walkway from that is the Hall of Presidents, which is a nice air-conditioned show that you can watch that's currently open. And there's actually a couple of those, a couple of shows like that at Magic Kingdom. You got Country Bears, which is also open right now. And you got the Tiki Room, which is also open. And the nice thing about all of these places is they don't have much of a wait. PhilharMagic, same thing. PhilharMagic is currently open, and you can get some air conditioning and get out of the heat without much of a wait. So you can't take your mask off if you're going to do that, but you can definitely sit down in the air conditioning. So I don't know. I think that's it. With the People Mover closed, that really stinks. People Mover's closed, Liberty Bell's closed, train is closed.
Amber,
Amber says, sounds like you're going to have to settle for It's a Small World to relax.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to ban her from the group right now.
Okay.
And Amber.
He doesn't have that kind of power, Amber. Don't worry.
Oh, that's right. I can't do it. You're lucky. Lucky, Amber. Yep.
And he said the annual pass holder center, your little secret spot, is closed right now too. So you'll have to go to Hall of Presidents or Country Bear Jamboree.
The guest service is closed right there?
That's what they call it, the annual pass holder center. Yeah.
How dare they? That was my secret little table right there. That was my table. Yep.
Carousel Progress. How did I forget that?
Yeah.
Carousel Progress had one of the longest waits the other day.
I can imagine. I wonder why.
Michael is woken up from the anesthesia. I can tell you that for sure. Mike, why don't you get something to drink? If I give you this Dr. Pepper, will you go relax in my room and watch TV? Maybe not. Probably not.
So you trying to bribe that kid? He just got back from the dentist and you're giving him Dr. Pepper.
It's Diet Dr. Pepper. It's not even Dr. Pepper. It's Diet Dr. Check from Winn-Dixie.
Oh, Check. Okay.
Dr. Check. There's also what's the one at Dr. Lightning? That's the one at Walmart. Dr. Lightning, Dr. Check, Dr. Publix is the Publix brand. Well, now he drank all the Dr. Pepper, and there's nothing else to bribe him with.
Now Mom doesn't have anything left.
That's all right.
And
he's still here.
Well,
all right.
So where else in Magic Kingdom would you go? Any other places? That's about
I
it?
think I'd go try to go to one of those shows and get into the air conditioning. There's really not much. One of the other things you can maybe do is have a table service lunch. So have a midday meal, and that way you're out of the heat in the hottest part of the day. Mike, I really need you to. Okay. No, he's moving my hands. All right.
Ouch.
We're having a hard time with Mike tonight.
Ouch.
All right. Why don't you talk about Epcot for a minute, Dave?
Epcot.
Yeah.
Well, in Epcot, I don't know where I go in Epcot because I don't know. I just go to the countries, really. Japan, one of my favorites, and Canada. Those are my two of my favorites that I go to. And also I will go to Mexico and I will go to the Three Caballeros and I'll take that nice little ride through there. It's nice and air conditioned. It's a very nice little area. And when you get off, you can get yourself a margarita, which is a cool you down a little bit. So that would be my places in Epcot if I was to go to Epcot. And of course, all the rides, the Tiki Room. Scott says he's in agreement with the Tiki Room. All the movies in World Showplace.
Yeah.
The land ride. Yep, the land. That's true. The land is good over there. We'll go over there and eat lunch sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go on. No, that's a big no, Karen. Sorry.
But Frozen will get you out of the heat.
Yeah, but you gotta. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just stay in the heat. Epcot has the DVC lounge, which is nice.
Yeah, for DVC, that's a great place to go.
Or two margaritas. Say hi.
Yeah, the Mexico Pavilion. The Mexico Pavilion is just cool by itself. Just getting out of there. Michael is on a rampage. Here he comes. Okay. So glad I just kicked him out of the room. He came right back. The Pixar Shorts Festival is in the Imagination Pavilion. So that's another good one. And the Living Seas is a nice, it's always dark and cool in there. And you can see the fish and go at your own pace and just walk around in the air conditioning. So that's a good place to go.
Okay.
Trying to think of what else I had. The Norway Pavilion has this stave church that you could kind of duck into for a few minutes. And it's usually not too bad, especially right now with the crowds being as low as they are. There's probably nobody in there right now. So, and it is open.
That's a cool tree. Keep that picture up for a second. I like that.
Well,
tree.
that's a tribute to the Norse gods, that whole display there. And they talk about Thor and Loki and the real mythology, not the Marvel characters. But it's really neat. Yeah. It's hardly anybody even knows it's there, that you can go in that building. So
there's the Vikings in there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long, deep bloodline of Norwegian Viking in my bloodline.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Spaceship Earth has been hot. It's been hot on the ride.
Are they not pumping that AC in there?
I don't know. The America Pavilion has a museum inside of it as well that you can walk through. And the show itself is another place where you can sit down and just take a load off for a little while. And I remember I took Veronica and Candy there when we went, and I think they were both falling asleep. I felt bad, but
well, that's a good thing. They're relaxed. Yeah. They're cool, and they just want to take a little nap. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Epcot experience. This is Veronica wanted to know where this picture was from. She didn't remember. The Odyssey building has the Epcot experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go in there and see what's coming to Epcot. They have a whole display where the Imagineers have their renditions of the future of Epcot. And there's some fun photo pass places. I don't know if all these props are still here now with COVID. They may not want people touching all these props, but they had some fun photo pass. But I know the exhibit itself is open, and that building is air conditioned and everything. So the ball is leaking, according to Scott. You get dripped on when you're headed down, so you get a little wet. It's like Splash Mountain, Cali River Rapids, Spaceship Earth. They're all water rides.
Someone needs to clean out that big condensation line of that AC. I think they might be cutting back on the AC because of cost-wise, maybe.
Yeah. You said this is one of the places you like to go.
Yes, it is. A lot of people don't really realize that's there. So there's a little bench in there, and you can just go in there and relax. It's a very cool little waterfall.
Yeah. The Canada Pavilion, even the waiting area to go in to see the show, Canada Far and Wide, it's kind of down. It's a lower level, and it's dark and dank. It's kind of in a cave. So you're out of the heat. It's kind of cool down there. There's seats down there. So even if you don't have any desire to see Canada far and wide, it is a place where you can kind of duck in and
Yeah, that's what we do.
get out of the sun.
Yeah, we don't go watch anything. We just go hang out by the waterfall.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The Japan Pavilion you had put as one of your places that you could get lost for hours in that department store.
Yeah, and not only that, but right to the left over there, there's a koi pond and a little waterfall over there, and a little quick service that has some decent sushi and stuff. And we'll go over there and just kind of relax and get out of the heat. Even though it's outside, it's still shaded, and yeah, we enjoy this immensely over here in the Japan. We could stay forever in Japan, just meandering around in the shops, and then over to the koi pond, the little garden over there. One of our favorite places in Epcot. It's always been the Japan Pavilion. So, and the kids love all the candies and stuff, of course. So that's why they love it so much, because they get all those unusual candies that they can't get anywhere else. So good stuff in Japan. I can't really think of anywhere else in Japan. I mean, in Epcot.
I'm trying to think where else I like to go.
Breakfast is.
I think that's probably about all of it at Epcot. You know, the pavilions themselves have areas, you know, after you get off the ride. Now, I don't know with COVID what they've got open. Like when you get off Test Track, there's a lot of places to sit. I don't know if they're all still there, all those benches. When you get off Mission Space, same thing. The Imagination Pavilion has a lot of places. So I'm not 100% sure what's what.
When you went, did it seem like they were limiting the places that you could sit, or how were they handling that?
Well, I didn't go to Epcot, so I'm not sure. Now Dominic's here dropping stuff. Oh my God, Uncle Dave. I haven't been to Epcot, so I'm not sure what they're doing.
You're going to Epcot this time, right?
Yeah, I'll be at Epcot on Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Mike, go with Dominic. Dominic's gonna get you something. Go ahead. Oh my God. I am sorry, Dave. We're having quite a night here at my house.
It's fine. That's Michael. Hey, it's Michael's show.
I know. It's just I feel bad because it's audio and you're gonna have the podcast sound like him talking over both of us, but oh well.
Hey, it is what it is.
I know.
It's okay. That's my Michael. He's okay. All right, let's go to Hollywood Studios.
I find Hollywood to be the most challenging.
Me too.
There's really just the Muppet Vision 3D is really the only movie that you can go in and sit right now and see a show in air conditioning, because all of the shows with live actors are currently closed. The Frozen show, the Indiana Jones show. If you want to sit through the Disney Junior thing, the dance party, be my guest. One thing I have still not seen is the Lightning McQueen show, the Racing Academy. So I'm looking forward to that as a place to sit down. But it's kind of way out of the way. You have to go all the way down. It's right next to Rock and Roller Coaster. You have to go into the Rock and Roller Coaster area, past that. So it's kind of it's just in a bad spot where if people don't know it's there, they're not going to go there. And I don't think it's worth a special trip.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Scott's letting us know that there were tables and chairs all over the place at Epcot. So
actually, Scott just reminded me when he said that of this year's the Taste of Food and Wine Festival has that whole area inside where Party for the Senses used to be. The exhibit hall between Canada and the UK. So that's another place you can go inside and get some air conditioning, and you could have a snack, so you could take your mask off while you're eating your snack. One thing I've heard is they don't have chairs as much as they have the high top tables.
No, that's what Scott just said. He said just tables. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but hey, it's something. It's
Yeah.
something. So that's another option. Hollywood, I think you really have to go into Docking Bay 7, Olga's Cantina, make a reservation for Olga's, or Backlot Express and get something. Even if you just want to get a snack. I saw a snack when I was at Backlot the other day I'd never seen before. I think I got a picture off the internet. It's this Wookiee oatmeal cookie sandwich. It's like a Little Debbie oatmeal sandwich, but it's like homemade. And it looked really good. Actually, the ones that people were eating looked bigger than that. And they sell them in Backlot Express. So even if you're not going for a meal and you just want to have a snack, you could at least go there and have a snack inside in the air conditioning. I know Docking Bay 7 has some snacks too that you can get, and Olga's Cantina is another option. Other than that, again, I really suggest making a midday dining reservation at Hollywood. Hollywood Brown Derby, I've confirmed. I checked the menu while I was there. They have a very moderately priced lunch menu. Like, it's a signature restaurant for dinner, but at lunchtime they have a salad for $18, a burger for $20, which it's more expensive than you would pay at home. But for Disney and for a signature restaurant, it's not that crazy. 50's Primetime is open. Mama Melrose is open. I believe Sci-Fi is open. So you've got those as options too. But so I think that's probably your best bet on your Hollywood day is to make a midday dining reservation to get out of the sun.
Yeah, we always typically make a midday break over there at Backlot Express. It's a good little location. You can see the Jedi training, you can see Star Tours, and it's kind of a little bottleneck there. So there's a lot of people that come through there. So some good people watching. Yeah, just a good little cool little spot.
Another area was the Walt Disney Presents.
Always go through there.
Yeah, that's air conditioned. So the air conditioning was nice and cold when we went in there. We ducked in there for a little break. The there's not a lot of seating inside at Hollywood unless you're gonna actually sit down and eat something. So that's something to consider.
Now, did you guys did the death buckets when you were there? Yes.
Not this last time.
No.
We weren't. But that was one of the things that you had suggested as a respite from the heat.
I mean, why not just go get on those for a little bit and take a little break? If the line's not too long and I've been hearing that it goes pretty quick, then just get on that and just kind of ride it around a while.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. There's
because we'll do that when we're at Epcot sometimes. We'll just go,
Yeah.
let's go get on the monorail and we'll just go.
Yeah.
Or
Well, right
something
now the Epcot monorail's not running, which I don't know when they're going to open that back up again. It's just weird. Only the resort and the express monorails are running.
Yeah. These are things that are disturbing me.
I
But
don't know.
it is what it is. I don't know. But hey, the Skyliner's cool. So we're going to be going to
Skyliner is very cool. Remember, if you're staying at a Skyliner resort and you're trying to get to Hollywood Studios for 10 o'clock, you're going to want to be in line for the Skyliner like 8:30 because the line is really backing up, and it does move fast once it gets going, but it just takes a while. So anyway, the Animal Kingdom, David, tell me about this place.
That's my personal relaxation station area.
Okay.
Private.
Okay.
The Nomad Lounge.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really
Love
is.
it. It's
Now,
a great little spot, and it's right next to Pandora too.
Yeah. Now, Chad Pennycuff was talking on his live stream on Sunday night that he waited an hour to get into Nomad Lounge. They gave him kind of a return time thing where they said they told him come back in an hour. And then he got
that's what we're finding. We're trying to get into Yak and Yeti, and we're having seems like a little bit of difficulty trying to get in there. maybe.
For Yak, you've got to call the restaurant directly.
Yeah.
But
But
we'll
we'll
see.
see.
We'll see, because we have the Landry's card. So I just know last time I had the Landry's card, it was still a 45-minute wait.
Right.
So,
Exactly. Well, we'll have to see. Yeah, Animal Kingdom. We're on Animal Kingdom, right?
yeah.
Yes, Animal Kingdom. You know what?
Yeah.
Pandora. I like to go to Pandora. I know that even just walking around, there's a lot of shade over there.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find a place, there's some good seating over there. And I don't, as long as I have shade, I'm okay. I don't
Okay.
typically have to have air conditioning, but if I can just sit down somewhere and kind of relax, I'm good. Yeah, love Pandora. So I think I would go relax over there, and I'd probably just slide right over to Santulli Canteen and get me a little bit of something to eat, because
Yeah.
I love their
Then
quick service.
You can take your mask off if you have something to eat.
Yeah. So I think that's what I would do. And also, one of my favorite places in Animal Kingdom is the Tree of Life. And I know that the Daves, Scott and Karen, were there recently, and they said, and this is what amazes me, is that I think I've heard this from other people too, that because of this COVID, a lot of people are doing things they normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
And I think, I've heard before, like the Liberty Bell. I know we've been on the Liberty Bell before, and we've talked to people that were DVC owners and have been going for years, and they'd never been on the Liberty Bell. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But the Tree of Life, underneath the Tree of Life, there's the carvings, and there's some little back walkways you can go through there. There's a nice little waterfall back there. Some little cool little chill places back there to sit and relax.
And it's actually my understanding that one of the relaxation stations at Animal Kingdom is over there on the Asia side of the Tree of Life, kind of behind the Mr. Kamal's, where people get their French fries and their pot stickers and things. There's a relaxation station back there, kind of overlooking the Tree of Life, and people have said it's also a great place to see the characters go by on the boats. So that's really nice. Scott's saying that he likes to go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. For me, the train ride over there, and that's what I think what Karen is mentioning as well. The train ride, the Wildlife Express over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, is a nice break. You're sitting down, and the wind is kind of rushing past you. So it's an open air train if you've never taken it. And now over there, let's not forget, they have their animation classes. So Scott is telling me the relaxation station is across from the bird show, from the Up bird show, which doesn't feature the Up characters right now. It's just a bird show. But the bird show is someplace where you could sit down, at least take a load off, take your, get off your feet. And Tough to Be a Bug is open, so that's inside and air conditioned as well.
Yep. And we mentioned Yak and Yeti. We always try to go to Yak and Yeti and take a little break in there too. So
absolutely.
And a lot of the shows, a lot of the shows are closed. So
unfortunately.
I
forgot one when we were talking about Hollywood Studios. Right now, at Hollywood Studios, they have the orchestra in the theater where Beauty and the Beast show was. And so they have an orchestra playing, and they're quite often, they're like every hour and a half, they have a show. Now it's outdoors, but at least you're sitting down and it is covered. So you're out of the sun and you're off, you're not on your feet for that show. So that's another option at Hollywood. I'm sorry that I jumped around. Somebody was distracting me. So, I think that was everything. I want to say there is a relaxation station at Pizzafari at Animal Kingdom also. This says this. I didn't even see this. This says that the Star Wars launch bay is a relaxation station, and that's inside. I haven't seen anybody else mention that. If that's true, that's great. We need relaxation stations inside.
What about the Tap House?
The Tap House is you can relax there. It's not an official relaxation station, but you can certainly have a beer. It's my understanding that the inside is closed and it's all outdoors at Tap House.
Well, as long as you have a nice cold beer.
Yeah,
Sounds like a winner to me.
absolutely. All right.
Well, I think that's going to do it.
I think
Toni-Ann.
so. I don't know how you're going to edit with all that Michael for the podcast, for the audio.
I don't know. We'll
I guess
see.
it'll be a Michael-filled show. He was on a rampage.
Well, he came off that anesthesia and he was like ready to go.
It's wide awake.
Poor kid. He's been knocked out all day, and then
Yeah.
Well,
it was worse when he couldn't eat this morning. He had to not eat after midnight. So when he woke up this morning, he was trying to get in the fridge and it was a whole ordeal. And it just frustrates me because we had to be there by 10 and they didn't actually do anything until after 2.
Oh my gosh.
It really
that's tough.
He could have ate something for breakfast, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
Kids. All right, well, I guess that's gonna do it for this week's show. So until next week, thank you guys for joining if you did on the live feed, and we'll see what we do with this podcast. If I can edit some and put it out as an audio, I will. So until next week, say goodbye, Toni-Ann.
Goodbye, Toni-Ann. I'm feeling very green.
You are green, but you know what? You're not all fuzzy and
I know,
all that weird stuff going on.
I was completely bald. That was nice.
And I'm in Pandora where I can't wait to go. I'm going to be going this weekend, and I'm
going Sunday to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and it's our last day, which is typically on our last day we only do like a half day. We try to leave by 1-2 o'clock the latest. I'd love to stay there longer, but they're closing early anyway, so.
I think you're going to get everything done. I think the way it looks, everybody's getting everything done.
I know, but Animal Kingdom is, I can just chill. I can go to the Tree of Life or just hang for ever. But anyway, I'm just looking forward to getting back. So. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, Scott. All you guys, Uli, Karen, saying goodbye. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
We appreciate you guys. Yeah, I can't wait. I'll give you guys some live feeds when we get to Disney this weekend. So look forward to those.
All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.